Okay, well, we are going to start this meeting here and have a nice crash course and tour of the back office. The feature on this particular Zoom program isn't working at the moment for you to see my screen, so I'm going to wing it, and I'm going to turn my laptop here, and we're going to look at my my big computer screen. So that'll be fun. So here we are. So I'm going to try to turn it so it's nice and square because I can still see it. How about that? That looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks great.
Okay, great. So my dashboard. Now, I would like to go back to my account. So I'm just going to click on Plexus. Just so we're just going to go through one thing at a time here. And this is this is Mark Harrison, and his name is up here. It says Mark Harrison. Sometimes the website does something weird, and it gives us somebody else's name, which is okay as long as you see, you click account and it says your name, and now it's unavailable. Oh, okay. So sometimes when we're having this new transition, we're gonna times where
it's okay.
sometimes it's gonna like be wonky. So for some reason, I think they're working on the account part. So we'll just kind of wait and see if we can get back to that a little bit later. So for this time, we'll just go to my virtual office because I think this part of the back office works, which is nice. It's taking a moment here. And this is actually really nice. They've got a lot going on here, and I'm actually pretty impressed with the interface here. There's it tells you if your subscription is on. It's got your current PV right here, so I'm qualified, which makes it so I can get paid. I want to make sure you're over 100 PV. And then you have your points and rank. So this is how many points Mark has towards Emerald so far this month. Now that'll totally change. And I've got some cool things to show you on that too. New ambassadors, 13 new ambassadors on our entire team, which is very nice. You know, you've got so far this month, we've got this breakdown here of the PV right here. And if you click on this current PV number, well then, if you click on this one, you can actually know the whole compensation plan, and the person who's new, they don't know what PV means. They can click on this and it'll tell you what it means. And I think that's really a nice feature. And right here, it really spells it out for you. You know, November 2017 commission goal. This will tell you if you're getting 15% commission or 25% commission. So that's nice. When people know what they're actually making. So we've got sort and report. Now this is if you select a month here, which is not letting me do right now, it'll kind of show you the stuff that's going on in your back office with the people that are on your team. I can click here and get back to anything that I want to. I know that sharing the shareables, do you know where they are, Heather?
I think so, yeah, at the bottom. Or maybe, I know I found them over on the side under tools.
It's by sharing Plexus, this little one.
Uh-huh, okay.
Hit the products one. If you hit the products
okay.
one, then what happens is it just gives you all of the shareables. See? Isn't that nice?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I did find that the other day, just like 2 days ago.
Yeah, so that's kind of
that was good.
Thing. And of course they have other things. There's other tools, like you can look up, you know, your product catalogs in here and different things like that. Tools. There's the Lexi thing here. There's compliance products, which if you click the product one here, it's interesting. They just have this thing here, like how to take the products, the recommendation, and the product attribution sheet, which goes through what's GMO and what's non-GMO, what's I think most of them are non-GMO, but I mean all that little stuff and how to take everything. So that's kind of an interesting thing. If you click on it, you can download it gives you see, it's got this chart here. And it tells you how much to take and how many times a day, 2 times daily, 2 capsules, BioCleanse, 2 times daily. Your block, it tells you 2 capsules immediately before a sugar or carbohydrate containing meal. So, I mean, and then they tell you the price breakdown. It's just a nice little quick look sheet. You could print it off and have it in your binder for future reference. So if people ask you questions, you can easily pull this sheet up and you can definitely get through a lot of your FAQs that way that you might get with your customers, which I think is really huge. We definitely need to be good at customer service and giving them the answers they need. But Plexus does a really good job of having a lot of that in their back office for us to refer to. So that's nice. This incentives and recognition stuff is, if you click on recognition, you're going to get just all the diamonds. And if you click here, you can look at Emerald ambassadors. You can go through and look at this stuff, which is fun because you can, once you get to Emerald or what is the other ranks they've got, look at Ruby ambassadors. If you look up Ruby ambassadors, once you get to that rank of Ruby, you can look up your picture on there. That's fun. So Consistency Club, they basically will tell you this month we're not qualified for this, but you have to have new customers and new ambassadors to qualify and your personal volume. So you can keep track and see how you're doing on that. And so you can look through these different lists and everything, export details for the other months, and you can see how close you are to achieving that center. And you've got the training center, of course. You've got your resource library, which will give you, this is really, really kind of fun. You can get all these different tools to tell you, like money back guarantee, like what are the rules of these things? How to use incentives with the Plexus Pay Portal. Compliance tools, like how do we do things the right way? I like right here, this is a nice one. You've got your product price list. This is a good little quick reference guide here on the prices of everything. The other one was how to take everything and the prices, but this one here is just going to be strictly your 3 different prices. So that's good. And I'm going to wait till it loads. So while we're waiting for that to load, because my internet is acting slowly, we've got the rank up roadmap, of course, and you can watch the different videos and click on your different rank ups, and here's success on demand. And my favorite one is the points and rank up page. I think this is really ingenious. I love it. So if I like this, you've got these colors here. You got this purple, light purple, and then you have dark purple. So you can tell right now we had 1,148 points last month, and now we have, it kind of shows you comparing 2 months. Now I have total points of 619, and that might come up a bit by the end of the month. And they've got goals here, like the next rank for us is Sapphire, and it tells you how many points you have to go. In November here, you have points outside the primary leg for the goal, which they consider the goal to be the next rank up or whatever. So we have to have that many more points to go to have 800 and I don't know if it's 800. I can't remember how many points you have to have. 800 and some points, I guess, in order to have that. And then we've got qualified ambassadors. So we've got all these spaces covered. So you can change your report, like say you want to do October. And this was kind of, it's interesting to see this. This gives you a little bit more of an accurate view of what people would see at the end of the month. So here I have, in the month of September, 1176 and then 1148. So I can tell that I was down in points for this month. And then this one, everything was, good. Everything, both months was achieved, and these months were achieved. And you'd love to be able to see everything up at the top. That's, you would love to be able to, but it's fun to help you reach your goals that way. And this is really important to take note of. You've got this tells you a lot of different things right here. Commission qualified ambassadors. So right here, this number here is 925. That's how many ambassadors right now that are not commission qualified. So that means 925 people in our organization did not make an order this month so far. Now these numbers are gonna change toward the end of the month. A more accurate reading would be maybe to go to October. So by the end of the month, there was 298 people over 100 PV. And then there was 103 people that didn't quite make it up to the 100 PV. So what's fun is you can click on this particular button right here, and this is how you can really keep track of things. Now you can see here all of the different names, and you can see the amount of PV that was happening right here. Some people were this one was only 5 cents away from being commission qualified. And sometimes when people aren't really working the business, they're not really worried about being 100 PV. So if you click on the PV button here, it goes from the smallest order up to the largest order. But if you click on it again, then you can see the largest order all the way down to the smallest. So sometimes you can call these people and just encourage them to maybe try one new product that they can get that they've never tried before. It's a good idea. And they could get commission qualified, and they could get 15% back on their product that they buy, because if this person's at $99.95, if she orders, say, a new X Factor Kids vitamin, she's going to get 15% back on that because she's already almost to 100 PV. So she's going to get that 15% back, but she can also try it for 60 days, and if she doesn't like it, she can get a full refund on it, even though she's been an ambassador for a while. So, she can take advantage of that to get 15% off of that product. And that's kind of a nice thing to have for people, to try a new thing, or maybe they never tried black. So you can get them to maybe make a one-time purchase and see how they like it and get them qualified. And they might really like it, and then next month they'll always be qualified because they'll have that extra product on hand. So it's really important to work with these people and make sure that they are getting, the service they need, so they can understand, about, the things they can try, and that they still have money back guarantees on their new products and everything. So if you click on this one, 298, 100 PV or over, now it'll go from, in some kind of an order. I can click PV and it'll be from the lowest all the way to the highest. But then you can click here again, and then you can see the highest PV all the way to the lowest PV. So that's kind of nice. And you can see the different people in your downline that are, they're actually getting, they're doing amazing jobs. And it's fun to see this, because then you can recognize them and congratulate them for getting 25% commission, because that's big money when you're talking over 500 PV. That's pretty good, cash, in the pocket. So you've got 0 PV, you've got 700, and I've got 705 of them on my husband's downline that have not ordered. So this, you can look at this report and you can see all the people that haven't ordered, and you might want to see the date that they joined, and You know, it might be interesting to see like when the last time they ordered was, you know, and this is how you do this. You can go like this and you can see people's addresses and whatnot. I should pick, what I need to do is pick my name because I don't want to give out people's information. I feel nervous about that. I'll go like this, and I wonder if I can search for levels 1 through 3. This will get me a little narrowed down. Heather Getty's right here. Do you mind, Heather? Oh, hi, Tiara.
Hi.
Oh, I'm using I can't use my share screen, so I'm using my computer here.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna look here and try to find my name. I don't know if it's in, I don't think it's in, wonder if I went name. Hey, I think something happens, alphabetical order maybe. I'm trying to practice all these buttons here. Okay, that's, is it telling me in, oh, trying to find my name here somewhere. Oh, there it is, Erin Harrison. Okay, so what's really cool is you can see the email here. You can see the telephone number, ambassador number of the person who's their sponsor right here, Mark Harrison, my lovely husband. And you can view their back office just by clicking on view team. And now I can see a little bit more about myself. I've got team size is 238 and there's 186 active people. So that's cool. 5 new ambassadors this month. And then we have ambassador points, senior gold ambassador. So it says to me, I have 0 PV, which I'm going to get my order in because I want to make sure I get paid for my everything I do. I got to keep track of that. I always order, you know, like around now, like when I get paid from Plexus and I put my order in. That's the first thing I do when they pay me. I always order for my family because we enjoy the feeling of wellness. So I can see all my people now from Mark's back office. So any of you can access this information from anybody in your back office. And I can see that I am a level 1 to Mark. I can also see, I think there's another place I'm looking, let's see here. Okay, outside leg points. I'm trying to find, Tiara, did you find out how we see the orders? Or maybe it's PV. Here it is. If I click on the PV,
Yeah.
I might be able to find the,
I think
well, I'm clicking on it's not quite working. So I don't know if, it seems like it's going to be working though soon. And I think this is the button that you're going to want to click on to look at my orders or your ambassador's orders here.
when you go back to the, sorry, Erin, when you go back to the front dashboard, on there it says points and value, and I'm pretty sure if you click points and rank that'll open up your customers thing. I'm not sure if it'll do it on each individual's person, all of yours, or if it's just on the front dashboard.
Yeah, that's the one I am on right now. I'm on this one right now, the points and rank up. And then that's where I've been kind of generating reports on all these people. So
right,
this is a fun number. Right now in our organization, there's still 32 people that are Fast Start eligible. That means that they can get that Fast Start bonus, like $750 if they get 20 people the first month. So, you know, people need to be aware that they have that chance. And sometimes it can make all the difference in the world to get people a little bit trained before they sign up so they can be off to a really fast start. There's this is important too. Auto renewal due. There's 165 people in our organization that in the next 30 days, their account will shut down. They have to pay their $34.95, their annual membership. So there's 165 people like that. So, and then if you click on the 68, this is the people that are that have ordered, but maybe not enough to be qualified. So, and all we need to do with people like this is just, like I said, encourage them to order like maybe a one-time try a product for the one time and just see, because they might really like it and it'll be better for their health too. Because if they're under 100 PV, they're not doing the triplex combo, and that's kind of the flagship product of the whole thing. And I really think people will experience so much better health if they're on the 3-in-1 system like that anyhow. So it's nice if you can try to get people to just try to enhance their gut health and everything and their blood sugar levels. So anyway, so that's that. So you can really see a lot with that. PV. Now we can go here to sort and report. This will tell you the customers, and you can look up the customers this way. Like if you click on here, you can see their address, telephone number. But if you want to see their orders, I'm still trying to figure out if you can get in there and if you can see. Let me see if there's any. There's no buttons at the moment for us to see that, but it's coming. It is coming. And our order history, it says sorry, no orders to display, but if you just give it a few seconds, it takes just a second to update this one. And then once it updates, you can see some more clues here as to what the orders were and everything. So here it is. Look at this. This is great. And this is really cool, guys. If you've got the address here. So once this works for your customers and your ambassadors, you'll be able to look up all their orders, and you'll be able to see the details of the order, which I think is really, really neat. They actually bring them up like this, where you can see the pictures of everything, what y'all ordered. And, you know, we order these things every month. And then on the alternate month, we order the 8-pack of Slim. And then, you can see all the different orders, and you've got your tracking number. And the tracking numbers aren't quite ready yet for linking up, but that's all coming. I talked to the Jewel Liaison Officer, and she said that it's all coming very quickly, like they're getting it all working, back up and working and everything. So it tells you that it was shipped, though, at least, so then you know that it was shipped. So that helps to ease people's minds, if you want to know if this order was also shipped. So that's good. And then you can check on your prescriptions, subscriptions, and you have your little address book thing, which, sometimes you may need to look at this closely in case you accidentally drop shipped it to a different location because you were traveling or something. Make sure your address book is all lined up the way you want it before you make an order, because it can be a little sticky if you get overexcited about ordering products and then you click buttons really fast. I've done this, and I'm in a different location and I wanted it shipped to the place that I live, and I was just traveling and I switched it when I was up there, up in Wisconsin or something. And then I get really frustrated because I know it's going to be a long time before my order gets to me, because by the time it gets to my mother's house, and then she has to reship it. So it's just better and it is our responsibility to make sure it's all checked up. Unless there was a glitch in their system, that's unfortunate, even more so, because it's not their fault and it's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. It's just a dumb little glitch or something. But in those situations, you can go right to the USPS and take your tracking number in there, plug that in, and you can reroute your package. And sometimes it's perfectly free. So, but it just makes a hassle. So make sure you update your address book and make sure everything is the way you want it to, the way you want it to look. And payment, you've got your cards here. This is an older card and it's expired, so they tell you that. And this is the newer card and everything is good on there. So that's nice. And then we have this, click here to access your Plexus wallet. So that's a, getting into your pay portal. And then you have, of course, your orders. We did that, subscription. And then my site. This is nice. Somebody asked yesterday, what's their new site? Well, here you can just copy and paste this if you want to. Or you can view the site and you can click on there and it'll bring you right to his website right here, and it'll say, hey, there's Mark Harrison. And you know what's neat is you can just click on this and it'll highlight it all, and you can copy and paste that in order to give to your prospects, and then that's your website. Okay, so that's nice. And if I click back, we can go back into the virtual office here because that's where we were. So we've got also the last thing is shopping, and that's fun because it's way more user-friendly now, I think, because you can just scroll down and you can see everything. You don't have to click different buttons anymore. They actually do have the same buttons. You can go a little faster to them, or you can just scroll down. But it's kind of nice because you've got your trial packs, you've got your samples, you've got your this is my big one that I get every couple months because our whole family takes it. So it's kind of, we go through it a little faster than normal people. But this is nice. It's like you can click on any one of these things here, and you can scroll down and you can see all the wonderful information if you scroll down. Here's the details. You've got all these little bullet points and the features and how to take it. And then you've got your ingredients right there. And you've even have some reviews. And then if we look up here, what's nice is if you order it, what I like is I still have my 60-day money back guarantee because it was a new product and I just ordered it for the first time a month ago. So I'm still on my 60 days. So it still has my button live right here. So if I added this to cart, I can click on my cart or roll over it, which is nice. And I can see what's in there and I can remove it if I would like to. Or I could go and view my cart, which will be right here. And this is nice. They've got this now where you always can see the blessing of, the savings that we have as a wholesale customer. We save $8.70. But if I ordered this over my triplex combo, man, I'm also going to get 15% off of this. Plus, I'm saving this amount of money. So, that's all good things to see. Sometimes there's little sales going on and you can enter your little promo code there. And let's say I want to check out. I just click on there and you just go through this. You click through your menus, like continue, and then you click your address that you want it shipped to, and then you just keep going through your little promptings here, and it'll say, oh, do you want to pay with PayPal or do you want to do a credit card? You could, if you say credit card, then you can click the one that you have on file that works, and there's the billing address, and then you can click continue, and then I could order this. I could order this right now and it would ship to me, but I'm not going to order it because I already have some, and I was just kind of giving you an example. So now I'm going to turn this over to all of you, and maybe you have some questions for me, or it's things that you've found that you might be able to share with other people. And if this was helpful, if you saw some things that you didn't know were there, maybe you could let me know if this was helpful. And also you can definitely let me know what your struggles are, because maybe I can look it up right now and see if I can help. Anybody?
Have you figured out at all with the addresses I know people are looking for their address book. They're saying that it's gone. Do you know if they're planning on putting that back on?
Oh, absolutely. It'll be up soon. It's just
Yeah.
temporarily disabled because they're working on it because you want to make sure everybody's address is perfectly. So it might be a little bit tricky. You might have to message people, which is a little inconvenient at the moment. But you might just, if you have somebody, you might just have to ask for their address. I always did that anyways because I never utilized that function in the last back office. I didn't look up their addresses. I would just like say, hey, like I did with you yesterday. I'm like, hey, send me your address. And people will be glad to send their address. It's a little inconvenient, but until that feature works, we could do it that way. That's an idea. Yeah. But it will work. I know it will because that's a really important feature. So everything is, the main important things I think they've made sure they work pretty well, like ordering and, seeing who's in your downline and everything and what their PV is and stuff. So, we can still see. I feel like I can see enough stuff, and I've been working with other people and helping other people sign up a bunch of different people this last month, and I've actually not had too many difficulties. I've made sure I used Chrome or Firefox. Those are two things. And when I used those, I just didn't really have too much problem, and I was able to get through all the different things. And actually I had a lot of elderly people that really didn't own a computer, or so I had to put in their whole order myself and then take their information over the phone. And some people will choose to do that if they're frustrated, and that's a good thing to do. And I have a lot of people ask me to help people with stuff like that, and I'll get them signed up for you too. If they, like I work for Plexus, they can come and, talk to me on the phone. And if they feel like they can trust me or whatever, they can let me know what their information is, and I can plug it in for them too and make it all happen.
Yeah, it seems like everything is functioning really well in my back office.
You're not having any problems, Tiara?
No, everything I click on is opening, and so I'm wondering, I just updated my Chrome software.
Oh, did that help?
Yeah, it really did, because I was having a lot of issues, and then, my friend's a computer guru guy, and he said, well, when was the last time you updated your Chrome if they're working on a new interface, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, I don't know, it works, why would I update it? So he updated it all, and now everything is running really well. So I think something I would probably recommend is that having people update their Chrome and use, I'm a Chrome lover, so.
Yeah, I think so too. I think updating your browser would be a good idea, and that should help make it work a lot better. Now, there's two other people on this call. Do either of you have any questions, or was this helpful? Tiara, did you find it helpful?
Yeah, I really did. Gwen said she had to update hers too, so maybe, that might be a go-to. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Can you hear my baby crying?
Yes, that's okay. He's so lovely.
He's crying in the other room. I'm slightly distracted. My mom is here, so I know he's okay, but. So anyway, sorry. You asked me something.
I was just saying, did you learn new things from this little tour?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah, I did. I learn new things every time I get into the back office, and I think that's another thing that I would recommend is just taking some time, like a couple of minutes every day, to do something new in the back office. Try to think of things to do in the back office. Like I started at the first link, and I worked my way down to the bottom, and I just every time I do it, I just learn something new, and it's really awesome. I think the more time we spend in there, and once everything gets finished and updated, it's going to be really, really awesome.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm so glad all of you joined me today on this, and I'm glad it was a help to everybody. I think my my video probably isn't as nice as the other lady's video, but at least we
Oh.
threw it together and it was fun and we learned some new things. So I can also put mine up there for whatever, if it would help anybody. But I think we're all gonna keep learning and growing, and we're gonna get through this little transitional phase. My only suggestion for everybody is to make a list of all of your people that are in your downline, all of your customers and your wholesale customers, and I would ask that you would make a checklist, and maybe you can only contact one person a day, or maybe you can, if you have a smaller downline, but if you have a larger downline, like maybe you have 50 people, maybe you could contact like 5 people every day. But before the end of the month, I'd like to just challenge you to maybe check in with those people and see how they're doing and if they are having any problems logging into the new system. Because that could be your income producing activity for this month, which I strongly encourage because every little bit helps. You know, if you can keep the people that you have, because what can happen, sadly, is if people do try to make an order and a lot of times they're getting these emails from Plexus and they're not really paying any attention to them, because nowadays there's a lot of people don't check their emails. I mean, I have a hard time keeping up with my emails because I'm more use my messages and things, and that's kind of where people are going more towards that. So what can happen is some people might not even see that there's a new back office. They might not even know that there is. And when my mom is one of them, my mother, she logged in, she tried to log in and it wasn't working, and she didn't know what in the world was going on, and she was becoming very frustrated over it. And you know, she just wants her order because she loves to take the product. She just wants them to ship her order, but she's getting frustrated because she doesn't understand what's going on. And so she called me up, thankfully, and I was able to walk her through that process. But sometimes people can fall through the cracks if we're not on top of things. So I think it's really important to make a list of the people that just check in with them. They might have already figured it out. They may have gotten the email, but it's just worth your while. And it's just good customer service for you to these people that trusted you and are on your team. It's just good customer service of you to make sure that they're happy and that they're healthy and that they're able to make their order if they want to, and to make sure they know how to log into the system. Some people might not have ordered in a couple months, and you might be able to encourage them to make an order, because if the holidays are just around the corner, and you know what that means. It means a lot of sweets and lots of food and lots of unhealthy things, and of course a lot of a lot of stress and sickness. So I mean, it would be, you know, even a prime time to get people that maybe dropped off a few months ago, maybe get them back on board with something new that they could try to see how they like it during the holidays. It might help them make it through a lot better than they normally would, and they would be really happy that you contacted them and thankful that you told them that they could feel better this time of the year than they normally do. So, you know, it's all about sharing, and it's a relationship business. You want to make sure people know that you care about them. And that's always my bottom line. I just care about people, and I just want them to feel good, and I want them to be happy too. So anyway, so that would be my strong suggestion for the rest of this month, is just to try to make sure all your people are not frustrated and that they can get logged in and get their order in. Anything else? Well, I'm so glad you all came to be here with me. I'm just gonna stop recording this in just a second, and I hope you guys all have a blessed rest of your week, and I can't wait to see you all again soon.
Thanks, Erin.
God bless.
Thank you for your time, Erin.
Oh, you are so welcome. Is this Gwen?
It is.
Oh, I'm so glad you were here with us. That's awesome.
Thanks for recording it. Really appreciate it.
Oh, you are so welcome. I know it's not like going to be the best of recordings that ever were created on the internet here because I had to use my computer screen this time, but at least it'll be some sort of a help, I think.
Oh, it will be. It will be. I know there's a couple of us that are on calls and can't see it. So to be able to go back and watch what you did is going to be really helpful for us. Thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome, Gwen. I'm so happy to help. This is amazing.